So we knew that a Mercy change was coming, but I don't think anyone expected this. What we basically got was a complete overhaul. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, the old Mercy is dead. Long live Mercy 2.0. How's it going, everybody? Force here, and today we're going to be taking a closer look at the new Mercy, everything that changed on the PTR, and share with you some of my thoughts as well. So let's talk about all the details. First off, something that really surprised me was well, all of this is surprising, but the shift of her resurrect ability. It's no longer an ultimate, and it is now just a regular skill. It targets a single player within a short radius of 5 meters, and it has a 30-second cooldown. And now, along with this shift, the old invulnerability that she used to get while rezzing is no longer around. This gets rid of the notion of rezzing 2, 3, 4, 5 people all at once, getting these huge swinging rezzes, but now brings back the tempo res in strong fashion, as that's basically all that she does. A couple of interesting things I learned when testing out the new Resurrect: if you're standing within range of multiple targets, you're gonna res whoever you're aiming at. So whatever your crosshair's pointing at will be the target that you res. What's also interesting though is that you need to now be facing targets to res them. So in the past, you would just hit your Resurrect ultimate and everyone around you within the range, whether you saw them or not physically, would get rezzed. But now that it's a targeted single target res, even if you're within that 5-meter range, you need to actually be facing them. You don't need line of sight though, but again, you do need to be facing the target. So with this shift of her Resurrect from an ultimate to a basic ability, she now has a new ultimate ability, yes, and it is called Valkyrie. It unleashes the full power of Mercy's Valkyrie suit, enhancing her weapons and abilities for 20 seconds. And this is really where the new Mercy is absolutely nuts. I call her a god almost. She's crazy. So first off, she now has the ability to fly. Her hover, tied to her jump ability, now gives her the ability to fly freely with increased movement speed. So you will move up by hitting jump and you will move down by hitting crouch. There appear to be no restrictions beyond the standard map boundaries. Also, her staff gets a change. The healing and damage boost beams now affect all allies near the targeted teammate, and the staff's effective range has been extended. So the default staff range to heal or boost someone is 15 meters. That is at least doubled while Valkyrie is active. As you can see here, I am very far away from these targets, way more than 15 meters, and I'm still able to heal and boost them. And then along with that, the target that you're healing, people within a range of what looks to be somewhere around 10 to 15 meters will then get a duplicate of that heal or boost beam. So if you're healing a big group and you want to get everyone, you obviously want to try to heal person who is most center. It will spread out and heal and anybody, all allies within a range. There doesn't appear to be a cap to this. You can heal your entire freaking team with your staff while the ultimate is active. And then Blaster, and this is really kind of crazy. It kind of turns her into, well, Battle Mercy, if you will. She is granted infinite ammo while also having increased damage and fire rate. So the changes to damage: the base damage is 20 with a headshot damage of 40. That is up to 25 base damage and 50 headshot damage. But that, coupled with the increased rate of fire and the lack of reloading, because she has infinite ammo, so there's nothing to reload, that's what makes this kind of crazy. Now, Blizzard has already come out and said it might be a little too good and we might see a bit of a nerf, whether it's a slight reduction of the damage down to 23 or something like that, or a reduction to the fire rate. Some of those numbers, it does look like they're going to get tuned down, because I've seen some crazy clips already of an ulted nano boosted Mercy just absolutely wrecking an enemy team, and she can fly while she does it. It's crazy. Guardian Angel gets an increased range and movement speed. Now, I didn't get the exact number, but you don't need to know it because the range is increased to more than you'll ever freaking need. Look how far away I am from the target, and I can still Guardian Angel to them at an increased speed on top of that. So Guardian Angel basically lets you fly to anyone who's visible to you, essentially. Resurrect also gets an increase. The cooldown is instantly reset when Valkyrie is activated and reduced to 10 seconds after the initial cast. So, a couple of neat things about this as well. You can cast Valkyrie to instantly reset the cooldown, res again, and then resurrect 2 more times before the Valkyrie buff ends. Because you cast Valkyrie, it resets the res, you cast it instantly again, and then it's on a 10-second cooldown. Now, as long as you use the resurrect before the Valkyrie buff ends, the cooldown will remain 10 10 seconds. And then finally, regeneration, her passive, is no longer interrupted when Mercy takes damage. So this just means you continue to get that buff even if you take damage. It's not going to interrupt and stop it and prevent you from healing. So yeah, Mercy gets nuts with the new Valkyrie ultimate. It's really, it's crazy. These are some crazy changes. It's a fundamental shift in how she plays. In fact, in many ways, Mercy almost feels like a new hero. She's got her same kit, but it's so changed around, with Resurrect no longer being the ultimate, being a basic skill, and then her ultimate just making her godly, to put it succinctly. It's really neat. I'm going to be interested to see how all of this stuff plays out, and I just want to briefly talk onto this idea of these big sweeping changes, these fundamental shifts as to how these heroes function, if you will. I know some people really get up in arms about big changes like these instead of small tweaks to numbers and slightly adjusting, you know, damage values or cooldowns or whatever. While they might frustrate some people, I honestly see them as a good thing, because I think they help keep the game fresh. I've seen a lot of talk around the community about people feeling like Overwatch starting to get stale. I heard complaints that there weren't enough updates, and Blizzard comes back with some massive changes to Junkrat, a complete overhaul to Mercy, a few changes to Diva. We've got 2 new maps, the new free-for-all elimination, the new free-for-all deathmatch map, as well as Junkertown now. They're just pumping out stuff, and they're making these big hero changes, and I just think it keeps the game alive. I get why it's frustrating, though, to people who like the heroes as they are. They don't want to see these big changes like this, but I think if nothing else, if we're going to get a positive from the fact that they are doing stuff like this, it would be that it keeps things interesting and it changes things up. So I guess there's that. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for me here today. Just wanted to go into some details about the Mercy changes. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you have a good one. And until next time, I'll see you later.